Welcome to this explainer, cadets and junior engineers. Settle in and listen closely. The insights I am walking you through today come straight from the hard-earned experience of Chief Engineer Daniel G. Telioka, published over at chiefengineerlog.com. Look, today we are not talking about the neat, tidy theories you picked up in the Maritime Academy. We are talking about the unforgiving reality of the machinery space. We are going to discuss how consistent daily habits are practically the only thing standing between your ship and a long-term technical disaster.
There are plenty of places on board a vessel where people can hide their problems. A logbook can be written nicely. A report can be polished up for the office. Even a handover can sound confident. But I will tell you a hard truth I have learned over the years. The bilge never lies. It simply does not know how. While logs can be faked and inspections can be prepped for, the bilge reveals the undeniable truth of your machinery's actual condition. It tells you right away if leaks are just accepted as normal, if maintenance is actually proactive, and whether the engineering team is truly in control of the space.
Let's review today's watch briefing. Number 1, diagnosis over decoration. 2, breaking the disaster chain. 3, tracing the unknown leaks. 4, fighting technical resignation. And 5, engineering culture and pride.
Section 1, diagnosis over decoration.
There is a fundamental misunderstanding among inexperienced crew members regarding what a clean engine room actually means. There is a vast, critical difference between a painted engine room and a truly clean one. A freshly painted room might look good to a superintendent or a visitor, but fresh paint can easily hide old corrosion, leaking systems, and blocked strainers. It just creates the illusion of care. Real engine room cleanliness is diagnostic. It is transparent. If you have a clean floor plate and a bone-dry bilge, a fresh trace of oil under a pump or a cooling water drip can be spotted immediately. Cleanliness is your ultimate diagnostic tool for early defect detection. In a dirty engine room, one more oil stain is just background noise. Section 2, breaking the disaster chain. We have to address the severe, life-threatening consequences of ignoring daily tidiness. One of the absolute greatest dangers we face at sea is fire. And engine room fires rarely come from one single cause. They are the result of a chain of failures. You have a leakage, combined with poor insulation, right near a hot surface. If your bilges are dirty, your detection is delayed. This weak housekeeping and poor supervision form the fire risk chain. Keeping bilges clean directly reduces the risk of engine fires. It does not eliminate the risk entirely, but it strips away unnecessary fuel loads. Furthermore, if oil appears suddenly in a clean area, it commands immediate attention. A dirty bilge just masks new, highly dangerous leaks until it is too late. Furthermore, cadets, you must understand that the bilge system is not a garbage can. It is a vital safety system. Clean bilge systems are critical for safe and effective emergency water removal operations. If your bilges are full of sludge, rust flakes, old rags, and debris, the system will utterly fail you when you're taking on water in a real emergency. Strainers will choke, suction will be lost, and valves will jam open or shut. You do not abuse the very system that is designed to keep your vessel afloat. Section 3, tracing the unknown leaks. This brings us to the daily discipline of watch rounds. This is the practical detective work every junior engineer must master. When an engineering team loses track of where a leak is coming from, they have officially lost technical control. A proper engineer never just accepts that there is water in the bilge. They do not just wipe it up, pump it out, and walk away. When you look down and see liquid, the only acceptable initial question is, where is this liquid coming from? You must trace its origin. To aggressively diagnose and trace these hidden bilge leaks during your rounds, you need to follow a step-by-step checklist. You must ask yourself these specific questions. Step 1, is the flow continuous or is it occasional? Step 2, does the leak only appear when a specific pump is operating? Step 3, does the leakage area increase after tank transfers, which might indicate an overflow or a cracked line? And Step 4, does the leakage increase during maneuvering due to heavy vibrations or load changes? You have to ask these questions and investigate the answers. Keep this clear checklist in your mind for identifying common bilge liquid sources during your rounds. Is it freshwater or seawater? Is it simply drain water or normal condensate from the air coolers? Or are you looking at a serious jacket water leak or cooler leakage? Every single drop of liquid has a source, and it is your absolute duty to identify it. Section 4, fighting technical resignation. If you fail to identify these leaks, a dangerous psychological shift happens among the crew.
We call it technical resignation. It is a deeply dangerous state. It happens when an engine room is neglected for so long that the crew simply stops believing it can be brought back to a proper standard. They accept poor conditions as normal. They stop being proactive engineers and become people who are merely surviving the contract through endless damage control. Daily engine room tidiness is your primary weapon to prevent this dangerous mobilization of technical defects. If you ever hear this phrase or catch yourself saying it, stop immediately. It has always been like this. That is the most dangerous phrase on board any vessel. The fact that a defect is old does not make it safe. It only means the ship has been lucky so far. When you accept an old defect without a solid plan to correct it, you are suffering from industrial blindness. This is exactly why leadership is non-negotiable. Senior engineers must lead by example to prevent this technical resignation. A chief engineer who never goes below the plates loses touch with the ship. A second engineer who manages everything from the comfort of the control room loses practical awareness. Senior engineers must demonstrate true ownership through regular, physical inspections down under the floor plates. If you, as a senior officer, walk past an oily bilge without comment, you silently teach the junior engineers that oily bilges are perfectly acceptable.
Section 5. Engineering Culture and Pride. The environment you maintain directly shapes the engineers who work within it. Cadets understand this right now. The engine room is your classroom. And for the senior engineers, remember that every ignored leak and dirty bilge is a silent lesson for the junior crew. If a cadet sees old leaks ignored by the senior staff, they learn not to bother reporting them. The bilge acts as a classroom for future professional growth. It is silently teaching what standards are truly acceptable on board. True professional pride manifests through consistent, daily engine room care. A clean bilge reflects the true professional pride of the team. It shows in careful watch rounds, in the relentless investigation of every leak, in maintaining strict order, and in respecting the heavy machinery we operate. A clean engine room sets the highest standard for our professional engineering culture. Maintaining that standard builds a lasting professional pride for cadets that will serve you well for the rest of your career at sea. I will leave you with this final, vital command. Look down before you look away. The ship is always trying to tell you something. Before you judge an engine room by its fresh coat of paint, look under the plates. Before you simply acknowledge and reset a bilge alarm, go down and investigate the cause. The bilge never lies. It reveals whether the team is disciplined or if they are simply drifting. If you want to survive and thrive in this demanding profession, you must continuously educate yourself. I strongly instruct you to subscribe to chiefengineerlog.com for more of these vital, real-world insights from Chief Engineer Tilly Owaka. Furthermore, subscribe, follow, and like this YouTube channel to ensure you never miss an explainer. That is all for today. Dismissed, and keep your bilges dry.